Hey guys, welcome back, and in this video we are going to explore the simple CTF, which is a beginner level CTF. And let's start the mission and let's deploy the mission and attempt the questions. Yes, how many services are running under port 1000? So we have to find the services running under port 1000. Let's perform an nmap scan in which we are targeting the ports from 1 to 1000 in this case. So Nmap will scan for the ports from 1 to 1000. So let's see what would be the result shows. So let me zoom that out. So the scan is taking some more time than expected. So let me open a new terminal tab and perform the basic Nmap scan. This Nmap space IP address. So which seems to be faster, and this seems to be slower, I think. So I can just give that properly. Yes, still it was able to find two ports, right? So from 1 to 1000, it was able to find two ports. So in this case also, we were able to get two ports only from 1 to 1000. And yep, let's answer this as 2. Okay, what is running on the higher port? So the higher port, maybe they're asking for this one, or the HTTP is the higher based on the comparison of the ports from 1 to 1000. So if they are asking like that, then it will be HTTP, but in this case it is not. What is running on the higher port? So maybe they're asking for this 2222, the higher port is what they're asking for. To know more about it, it's basically Ethernet IP. So to get the proper understanding, let me put a service version scan on that particular port, and I was able to find it's basically SSH is what is running on port 2222. So it's SSH. What's the CVE you are using against the application? So we have a hint available here. So the hint is saying that the hint you are looking for, an issue was discovered in CMS, made symbol 2.2.8. It is possible with the news module through a crafted URL to achieve unauthenticated blind time-based SQL injection via the M1 idlist parameters. So we have to explore that. So we have to find the CVE to use against that application. Now there's a CMS running according to that. So let me open a new tab and paste the IP address, and here it's basically Apache. I think they're asking for the scans, like let me perform the nicto scan -h, the URL. In this case you can also put an IP, it will fetch accordingly, right? So the nicto scan was started. We have to find the CMS. I think there is some kind of CMS is running here. So here you can see, you can also enumerate the hidden directories using the debug gobuster tool, and we have robots.txt is available. So let's try that, the robots.txt, and here we were able to see a disallow and some content, mic, maybe a username, which will be useful for us. And this is basically a Cub server. Maybe they're looking for the Cub CMS in this case. Let's try to access this. Okay, it's not available. So I think there is some Cubs. Let me search for Cubs exploits, and let me look that properly. Anyways, let's try to enumerate the hidden directories. Let it run. Let me open a new terminal tab. I'm just going to run the gobuster, dir for the directory, -u for the URL, and -w for the word list. User share word list dib, and the common.txt is the word list that I'm using here. And the scan was started. So let's see if we can find anything from the nicto scan. Unfortunately not. So Let me, I think I have to perform a script scan, which will reveal some more informations that is essential for us. Maybe if FTP is allowed to log in using the anonymous access, then we were able to find that using the script scan. So let all runs. So here we have a symbol directory able to find. This is a CMS made symbol. So maybe there it is running the symbol CMS. So congratulations, the installation worked. So you have now fully functional installation of CMS made symbol and you are almost ready to start building our site. So a CMS is running CMS made symbol version 2.2.8. So this is what it is running. Let's search for any exploits for this version. CMS made symbol, we have some SQL injection and an RCE available in the Rapid7 website. So according to the hint, it is possible with the news module through a crafted URL to achieve unauthenticated blind time SQL injection. So they are talking about SQL injection. So this is also object injection. So we have some RCE here. So which is the module has been successfully tested on 2.2.6. So in this case, our symbol is again 2.2.8 and it's also tested in 2.2.8. So let's try to use this. So let's launch the Metasploit framework console and let me copy this out because Rapid7 is what Metasploit is. So yeah, let's try to use this. This will give you proper thing. So let me set the R host, which is our target host in this case. So which is our target IP address. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. We have the target IP address. That's done. Now I have to set the L host to turn 0 for getting reversal. We are using we have to specify a password to authenticate, but in this case we don't know the password. We also have to specify a username to authenticate, but in this case we don't know all those things. So we have a username called Mike here, right? So other than that, we don't know much about it. So let's try to explore this CMS. So let's see if we can find any other thing, like an issue was discovered in CMS May 2.2.8. So we have the Explore DB in this case is not working. So the hosting timeout. So there is some issue with the Explore DB. So I could not be able to access that as of now. So this is symbol CMS. CMS made symbol CMS login page. Let's use the AI mode, which will give you some more information. Let's search for the login page location of the simple CMS. It is searching, and here you can see it's basically admin or login.php. Let's try that. Let's try the login.php in this case. So I think we can just further enumerate this. Let me use the dub. So the Nikto scan was completed. Unfortunately, we don't have much thing that is good for us. So we have some anonymous FTP login was allowed, but can't get directory listing. Let's try that out also. FTP and the target IP anonymous. Login was successful, but unfortunately we could not be able to get any information from there. So the DB is running and there is an admin directory as expected. Admin is here. So here is our login page. This is vulnerable to SQLi, I think. So let me try 1 equal to 1. The normal SQL injection codes. Maybe this won't work. So we have to look for some other exploits on this symbol CMS 2.2.8. Let me search for other exploits that we can get on it. Unfortunately, the one that we were able to get from the exploit DB was not, the exploit DB is not opening. So we have another one from the GitHub repo. This is CMS SQLi.py. So this is the SQL injection for CMS made symbol. So let's use this. Let's download this. So I downloaded that. So I'm just opening a new tab, listing that. Now let's try to use that Python 3, the CMS. So we have to specify the target URL by specifying the -u. I'm just specifying the location to the target URL. I think it's enough. Build symbol, and you can just use the crack to crack the password. So you can just use the -w. Go to the path of word list. In this case, I'm just going to use a share word list rocket.txt. So it is trying that. It was able to find a word called 1D, and it is searching for the other words. It's running. Let it run. In the meantime, let's have a look at the CMS repo. The readme is here. This is for using TryHackMe CTF challenge. Yes, for this CTF challenge that we are currently running, this is the thing that we needed. Yes, we are at the right path. So it is working. In the meantime, let's have a look at the CyberArk channel. So you have to subscribe to our channel. That must be much appreciating for me. As of now, we have 900 plus team, and you have to subscribe. And we have a lot of videos helpful for you to learn cyber. So we have the playlist available for you, which has learned ethical hacking from zero to hero. And if you're a beginner or if you're an intermediate, still you can watch this and understand various concepts. Okay, I hope you subscribe and join our community. Thank you. Okay, anyways, this was running. We were able to get R1DAC0D92E, and as of now I don't know the I don't know the username, so we have to find the username also. So here we have author and some other information, the tester version. This is basically unauthenticated SQL injection on CMS. So maybe the username is Mike, which was able to find from the robots, right? So, but I'm not sure. So we can also read the hint from here. So an issue was discovered in CMS. It is possible with the news module through a crafted URL to achieve unauthenticated blind time based SQL injection via the M1 idlist parameter. So it was able to find something called 1DAC0D92E9FA6E. Oh my god. Let's trying those. In the meantime, I think we can just pause this video, let it run. I don't want to waste your valuable time. Okay guys, after running it for a long time, I get an error saying that the cracked password was filed, but still I was able to get the username and some email address, but it was not able to crack the passwords. So let's try to search these kinds of exploits from our the search exploit tool, which is the offline version of the GHDB, Google Hacking Database. In this case, at the time of creating this video, I'm not able to access the Google Hacking Database GHDB website. So let's search for the symbol CTF. Oh, sorry. So we have to search for that here. So our CMS, which is symbol CMS. Let's search for the symbol CMS. So here we have some informations related to that, and this is some symbol CMS version. These are some Ruby scripts, and the rest of this are TXT. So we want something that seems to this, but in this case it's not. Yeah, it worked right now. I don't know what happened before, but it now worked. So we have this Python script, so let's try to use this. So let me copy that out. So, or I can just click here to download the exploit, and it's downloaded. Now let's try to use this again. So now we have the script, the previous script filed. So I'm just trying this out. So after that, this seems to be not a Python 3. Let me say Python 2. Let me try Python only, and still I'm just getting an error. Missing parenthesis. So we have to specify the target URL, I think. So yeah, let me copy the URL from here, paste it here, till the symbol. So we have some syntax error in it. So I think I can just open the mouse pad and this one. Let me check if I can correct that syntax error. So we have to look for the line 25. So here is it. So they are saying that we have a syntax error here. This is a Python code. We have some usage examples here. -u, you have to specify -u for the URL. So let me use that correctly. And still we are getting error. So the corrected version of this is what I think this. So let me try this one more time. In the meantime, let's try this answer to these questions. What's the CVE you are using against the application? From here we have the CVE number 2019-9053. Let's answer that. CVE, and it's loading. Yes, it's correct. So to what kind of vulnerability is the application vulnerable? So this is basically vulnerable to SQL injection, right? So it's basically SQLi. We have only 4 characters to enter, that is answer format. And what is the password? We don't know the password. And where can you log in with the details obtained? So maybe through SSH. So we have to find the password. So it's still running, but the previous exploits are filed. So this Python thing is not working as expected. So let me copy it manually and try to run that. Saving that as symbol.py. Let it run. I'm just opening a new tab. So I'm just running Python symbol.py. So still getting the same error. So I think I can just correct that using AI. Let's use some AI tools for correcting that. So if you're a pen tester, you have to correct the code. You have to know the code. If you don't know, then you can just use these kinds of methods to correct that. So first, let us enter correct the code. So it is correcting the code. I think it will correct the code. So Yeah, we have an error. Let's use Gemini or Grok. Search for Gemini and try to correct the code using Gemini to see what Gemini will say to us. So still it failed. Let's try to use the last expectation that I'm just putting forward called the Grok AI. Correct the code for pen testing. It is making sure that we are human. So it's human confirmed. So here is the fixed version we were able to get. So that's cool. So this is kind of a time-based SQLi. So that's why it is taking some time to get the answers. From here you can see it's taking some time, right? So as per the hint here, it is basically an blind time-based SQL injection. So yeah, that's the reason it is taking time, because it's time-based SQLi. So anyways, we were able to get the corrected version and how we can use that, right? So yeah, so let's copy that out and save here, and let's try to use the command that they specified. So with the threads, I think so anyways, let's say to use the first one first. So we just need to change the URL. So I'm just copying the URL from my end, URL / CMS. So the CMS is symbol. So after that, the exploit name, it's symbol.py in this case, and the rest of the things are correct, but it is trying and it's faster than what we get before, right? So yeah, this one runs good. So this one is slower, right? But this one is kind of faster. Yes, this is good. So let it run. So in the meantime, let me pause this video. Okay guys, after waiting some time, I was able to get the results faster than before. So this is the results that we have. Now we have the credentials, the password, cracked version. The cracked password is secret. So let's try to answer that. This is the password. Where can you log in with the details obtained? So from these details, we can just log into the SSH, I think. So because the SSH is running on some other port 2222 and 22. The default port, I think. No, there is no default port SSH running, but it's running on 2222. So let's try to access SSH using this, like SSH. The username in this case is Mitch at the target IP. So here our target IP address will be here. Copy that. So yep. So yeah, it's not running on port 22. You have to specify the port. So yes, and after the password, which in this case is secret. And that's done. We were able to gain access, and we use the SSH service for login. So what is the user flag? So let's list that out, and we have the user.txt available. So good job, keep it up. So this is the user flag, I think. So let me copy that, and that's it. So is there any other user in the home directory? What is its name? So we can just move back and list the home directory, and there is another user. We are in home directory, right? So Sunbath is another user in this case. So what can you leverage to spawn a privileged cell? So we have to leverage something to spawn a privileged cell. So let's list the privileges. So yeah, we have something to spawn, which is in this case is Vim. So Vim is the Linux binary that we can use to spawn a privileged shell in this case. Let's search for the binaries using on the GTF4 bins website. Let's search for the Vim. So we have the Vim. So you can just open the GTF for bins and click on the filter. You can just search for the Vim, then you will be able to get the Vim. Okay, so anyways, we have the sudo privilege in this case, so let's try to use this with sudo. Okay, so sudo and the content that we copied from there, and unfortunately we are having error. Press enter. So I think I am having error. So I'm just going to quit. So type quit enter. So I think q enter. Okay, now we are here to become root. Let's use the SUID or the unprivileged. Let's try to run this. Okay, still error. So I think I have to quit. So we have inherit and the rest of the this is basically file read. Okay, though. So other than that, we have inherit. This can inherit functions. So and this allows Lua code, and this is a function. We have inherent shell, reverse shell, file read, upload, download. Let me move to the shell. We have the shell function. So we have the sudo with the shell function. Let me copy that and use sudo with this. The password we know, secret, and unfortunately we were not able to become root. Let us try this one. No results. We also have a lot of other things. So we have sudo and capabilities here. Let's try to use this. With the sudo, but still we are getting error. I think we have something went wrong. So we have the context. We can search for sudo context, filter for Vim. So in the Vim we have shell, reverse shell, and the rest of the things. So I'm just searching for sudo specific escape on Vim, and I got a code from here in the AI. Let me paste that out, and now we are become root. So not always all those things like before, it was not available in the GTF for bins. I don't know why. Maybe I does something wrong. So anyways, we were able to get the command from the AI. So now we are root. Let me get that out. Okay, so well done, you made it. So I hope I was able to deliver you some more informative content, like how a real pen test move around to pen test. So this is how it is. So I hope this video is informative for you. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.